All right, so here's my year-to-date return with Questrade as of May. So under trading, I'll click on accounts to pick up my statement, and then under reports, statements, and then look up my account, then click on May. So there you go. As you can see, my year-to-date as of May is down 16.5%. You can see the big drop between April and May. My year-to-date in April was 3.3, but now with the market correction we had in May where everything dropped, and because most of my money is allocated in stocks, so my year-to-date right now is 16.5, negative 16.5. You can see that my biggest holding in my TFSA is Square at 28% of the portfolio, which alone is down 17% or $1,300. And then my second biggest holding in my TFSA account is Sprint at 12.4%, but that one is actually up 19%, or was up 19%. And then my third biggest holding was American Airlines at 12.3%, and I believe this one was down also in May. So as you can see, it's down 16% as well, American Airlines. And then my fourth biggest holding is Chesapeake Energy at 9.6%. And as you can see, it's down 31%, $977. And then my fifth biggest holding is Macy's at 9.3%, which is down 15%, about $365. And then I've got Teva Pharmaceuticals, which was a really bad one, represents 7.8% of my TFSA portfolio, and I'm down 53% on Teva, about $1,900. Then I've got Afria, which represents 6% of my portfolio. I'm down 24% on that, about $571. Then I've got Bed Bath & Beyond, which represents 5.7% of my portfolio. I'm down 23%. I'm down some high percentages on most of these stocks right now in May. NEO, I think I'm down 50% on that, so it represents 5.5% of my portfolio. And I'm down 39% on that for the month of May. So I'm not worried about Afria. I know it's going to come back up. American Airlines either. I think it's already up in June, so I'm not worried about that. Bed Bath Beyond, I know it's going to come back up. Chesapeake as well. Immunogen, that one I'm worried about, so I'm down 68% on that one. That one I don't know if it's going to come back up. Macy's, I'm not worried either. Sprint, I'm up on Sprint, so that's fine. Square, I think it's already getting closer to my cost, so I'm not worried about that either. So I know that it was just a temporary thing, although it looks bad on paper, down 16%. But I know it'll fix itself soon. Plus, in the meantime, I'm collecting call premiums on these stocks. NEO, I think it's going to come back, but it might take some time. And then Teva as well. I might actually buy some more of them. I might buy some more NEO and Teva. So that's my year-to-date return in my TFSA and a short explanation of why I'm down that much. So in my RSP, my year-to-date as of May is a negative 8.6%. Now, if you look at the details, 19% of my holding is in Yeti, which was down pretty much in May as well. Let's see, it was down by 32%, so $1,100, but I collected a decent call premium on that, and I know it's going to come back up. And then my second biggest holding is 18% L Brands, which is down 14%, but not worried about that, pays dividends, and it's going to come back up. And then I've got my third biggest holding, which is pretty bad, Vodafone. This one's completely useless, just pays dividends like once or twice a year. So it represents 15% of my holding. And I'm down 26% on Vodafone. And then my fourth biggest holding is Aurora Cannabis, ACB, 12% of my portfolio. Don't think I should be down too much on that one. Actually, I'm down 24% on that, pretty bad. Then my fifth biggest holding is Dividend 15 Split Corp, so DFN.TO at 8%. I should not be down on that one. So I'm up 5 or 6%. And then I've got Honda Motor at a 7.6% allocation. I'm definitely down on Honda. I just want to get out of Honda as soon as I get the chance because I've had it for a while and it hasn't done anything for me. So I'm down 17% on Honda, although I love the brand. And then Novavax, I don't think I should even talk about it. It represents 7.3% of my portfolio. This one I think I'm down like 87%. So this was a pharmaceutical company. I only bought in because of the high call premiums, collected almost 40% of the stock value in call premiums, but then what's the point if the stock itself drops 85%? Then I've got Bombardier at a 7.1% allocation. This one is only down 2%. Then finally FTN.TO at a 5.3% allocation is down 11%, but I'm not worried about these ones either. These are dividend stocks that pay really high dividend yields and they just move a lot, but eventually they're going to come back up. So the only thing I'm really worried about is Novavax. The others I know they're going to come back up. Plus I'm collecting some call premiums against them every month, so not too worried about them. And I know that May everything dropped, so it's not their fault. Oh, and I'm also worried about Vodafone. Vodafone and Honda I'm not too happy about. I want to get out of them. So finally, my margin account, this one's going to be a really bad one because everything in a margin account gets amplified. So get ready for this one. So in my margin account, my year to date is, if I can find it. So my year to date return is not displayed, but as you can see, my opening balance was 9,500 in January, but now my closing balance is negative 132. So it's, my year to date is less than 100% because of margin. So that's the risk with margin, is you're borrowing money that's not yours, and if you lose it, well, then it obviously amplifies your losses. Most of the positions here have gone up already, so it was just a slight correction in May. I mean, if you look at the positions quickly in May, Activision is only down 1%, American Airlines was down 13%, AMD was up 3%, Box was down 7%, Bristol Myers was down 9%, Intel was even, Kraft Heinz was down 23%, Macy's was down 20%, Mattel was down 15%, Micron was down 14%. So of course, most of these stocks are on margin, so when they're down a little bit, it amplifies the losses. Micron was down 14%, Six Flags was down 8%, United States Steel was down 35%, Weight Watchers was down 42%, Western Digital was down 21%. So all big names, not too worried, they're going to come back up. JD was down 5%, Teva Pharmaceuticals was down 42%. So yeah, so that's my year-to-date return as of May in my Questrade account. We'll see what it looks like in June. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. Check out the links in the description below. Thanks for watching.